Here we're going to be doing a 5-minute Seiko Arnie review. So what is the Seiko Arnie? Well, this is a dive watch from the Japanese company Seiko. These are made in China. The Arnie is a retro reimagining or retro reissue of an old dive watch that was worn by Arnold Schwarzenegger in the 80s in films like Commando, Predator, and Raw Deal. The new version of this watch was released in 2019 and is a little bit larger and is powered by a solar quartz movement. It's rated at 200 meters of water resistance, and it's a fairly chunky watch. On my calipers, I was getting 53 millimeters from the pusher to the crown. I was getting about 14.8 millimeters thickness from the bottom of the case to the bezel. I was getting 50.5 millimeters lug to lug, and then we have 22 millimeter lugs. Weight's about 109 grams, fairly average for a dive watch. We have a plastic case construction, steel case back, and then some polished steel for the other sides here. We have a standard elapsed time bezel. We have a, obviously the watch tells the time, perpetual calendar, GMT, a chronograph, an alarm, and then we have pretty good lumina backlight. So I'm going to do this real fast here, unscrew our top pusher. We're going to kill the lights here in the studio. And we can see here, the lume's glowing. I'm not doing an elapsed time lume shot because, well, we're on a timer right now. This lume will last, at least on mine, between 6 to 8 hours straight if I've given it a good charge with a black light. I wear this at night, I'll go to bed and wake up and it's still nice and bright. Backlight's pretty good too. Let's get the lights back on in here. We're eating into the review time. So the Arnie. This is a watch that people buy because they like the movies. I don't think this is a particularly practical or good watch in 2024, especially given the quality control issues of Seiko and given how uncompetitive this price is. New, these watches retail for $525 from Seiko. I paid about $400 from an authorized dealer on eBay. My watch had a myriad of issues when I got it. I'll link the videos down below. The long and the short is that it was a solar-powered watch that if you took it out in sunlight, it would turn off. It would factory reset, and the watch was not working properly. I sent it to Seiko's customer. I contacted Seiko's customer service and then sent it to the repair center in New Jersey here in the US. After about a month, I got the watch back. It was still defective. I wrote them an angry email, sent the watch back in, got it back again, and now it's working. I didn't like that Seiko's customer service was hard to get a hold of. I didn't like that they charged me out of my own pocket for shipping to mail them the watch. And I didn't like that I got a watch that didn't work from the get-go. The place I bought it from was not a sketchy online retailer. I came to find out via Seiko and then from a lot of other people here online that the H851 movement in these watches, they made a lot of defective ones in 2022 and 2023, and mine happened to be one of the affected ones. Not a great look from Seiko to have a watch that's defective out of box. We have a mineral crystal, which is kind of a cheap thing to have on a watch given this price. Seiko says it's for shock resistance. That might be the case, but I'd like to see sapphire, albeit that I haven't scratched up the crystal yet, despite having this watch and wearing it a lot over the last 6 months. It's protected fairly well by the bezel. The battery life here, I've not had the watch die aside from when it was defective, but Seiko tells you it's basically good indefinitely. It'll do 6 months in total darkness, but I'm not putting a watch away for 6 months. It's getting worn a whole lot. I've enjoyed wearing this watch. It wears pretty well for me. I'll pull it off real quick and throw it on the arm. I have 7.5-inch wrists, and despite the large size of this watch, it wears pretty well for me. I've treated it like a G-Shock, so I've worn it to the gym, I've worn it hiking, I've worn it when doing automotive work and working on regular projects. And I really do like how it fits and how it looks. The bezel action's not great. It's hard to use because of the cutouts here on the case. With wet hands, it's quite hard to use. However, when your hands are dry, it's still very easy to actually actuate that there. The OEM strap that came with the watch sucks. It's very, very soft, which seems like it would be nice at first, but then the issue you run into is that it's kind of got like a gravel pattern, and it retains a lot of sweat. And then our keeper here is stainless steel, and it almost acts like a branding into your arm as you're wearing it, especially on hot days. So I wouldn't recommend it. An FKM rubber strap like this Tropic one here is one that I've greatly preferred. This watch was one that I really wanted to get because I'm a big fan of Arnold Schwarzenegger films, and I'm easily bought in by watches from films if that is not apparent. However, if you're looking for a practical watch that has similar specs, buy a G-Shock because this will be more reliable and offer you more features. This was my first Seiko, and this is going to be my last Seiko, given that. So the Arnie, would I recommend it? Nope. Do I like it? Yes, however, my only other alternative was, if this watch didn't come back working, was to blast it apart with my shotgun. So there's the review, just a hair over 5 minutes. So we'll stop that there. Overall, I would not recommend this watch. That being said, I'm not recommending it, or I am advising a lack of recommendation, not because the watch is too big or because it wears wrong, but because Seiko's quality control is bad. And their customer service here in the US is not very good either. So that's the Seiko Arnie review. I'll link my written review down below in the description once it comes out, and I'll link all of the various videos I've made about the defect and the return process on this watch down below too. Thanks for watching.